Hey, I'm Randy with R&R Woodworking. Today we're going to start a part of a series that is called a 10-minute Etsy build. There's no need in buying off Etsy when you can build something you saw off Etsy. If you got a few minimal tools and a little bit of wood, you can make something instead of paying for it. And today we're going to build this. Need some more skewers. I bet you're thinking, what is that? Well, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you what this turns into. It's fantastic. Let's get to the build. Three pieces, 10.5 inches long. We're going to leave two alone. That's going to be 10.5, two pieces. Leave those alone. Set those to the side. We'll use those later. What we're going to do this piece right here, it all depends on how thick we want our box. So we're going to put pieces, for lack of a better term, if you can watch me there, in between this. So how thick we want our box. So I'm thinking on our box, I want probably at least, I'd say 1.5 inches. I want 1.5 inches opening on my box. So what I'm gonna do is rip this 10.5 piece, and I'm gonna do 1.5 inches. I'm gonna need two of those, what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna rip those right now as soon as I get my eye protection on and mirror protection. Okay, now we've got our two pieces. We're gonna grab our other two pieces. These are the 10.5. Remember, we're still 10.5 inch long boards. We're gonna take these two pieces right here and we're gonna attach them like so. If you watched the last video, which I'll link right here if you wanna watch it, we're gonna still use our little wood glue and our super glue. It's a lot easier to do that instead of using brads, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to build this thing here with the least amount of tools as possible. Yes, I did use a table saw. Yes, you can do this with anything else, handsaw, whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're fixing to glue these two pieces down. I'm gonna show you how we put a little on there, and then we don't have to wait on the glue to dry. We don't do anything. We can move on and do something else. See how fast that was? I mean, you don't wait on the glue to dry. Yes, I could pull this part if I want to, but we can move right on right now and continue with our project, not having to wait for things to dry. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to cut another 1.5 inch strip, except we need 1.5 inch strip to go in between here to seal one end of the box before we put the lid on it. So we know this is already 1.5 inches. We've already got the saw set for that, 1.5 inches. We just need to know that distance right in between here, and we're gonna grab a tape and measure that, and then we're finna cut it. Okay, we're looking at, it's like 7 5/8. 7 5/8. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be 7 5/8. So what we're gonna do is go over to the table saw. We're finna cut a piece at 7 5/8 at 1.5 inches, and we're gonna plug it right here in the middle. Same thing we did with the activator and the super glue. Makes it super easy. Starbond. It'll be in the description below. Check it out. You won't be disappointed, I promise. And then we're going to glue this in here, and we're going to put it together and kind of see a little bit further what we're trying to build here. You may already know what it is by now. But let's get over to the table saw and cut that last piece. Now we're going over to the miter saw, because remember, we got to cut this. Now we're back over to miter saw. We're going to cut this 7 5/8. I don't know if you've ever been around some of the old timers, or I call old timers, my dad, he always said, leave the line. So we're going to cut it, and we're going to leave the line. Comment below if anybody knows what I'm talking about, if their father ever screamed at them, told them to leave the line on the next cut. Well, I never got yelled at, but I knew what he meant. Seven 5/8. We're here at the project. Remember, we have our board already. We got our 7 5/8 piece, and we're going to put that right in between here, and we're going to glue that down and make the bottom of our box. All I got to do is glue it in there and get going, and we'll get ready to get close to what we're building. Let's get it glued in. Once again, I'm just going to take a little bit of wood glue, put just a smidgen, a dollop, or just a touch. Wipe a little under there. I don't want my workbench to fall apart. Keep it glued. Take a little bit of this wonderful CA wood glue here, a little Star Bond. Move all this out of the way so we can see what we're doing. Forgot, look at me go. We're going to put a little bit on the edges here too, because we have to put this in here. We want it to hold. All right, so we're going to spray our activator, and we're going to flip this around, and we're fixing to apply it right down in there just like so. We're going to hold her together, and she is fixing the glue. Bada boom, bada bing. We got that. Now guess what we're going to do? That's right. We're going to take this part and we're going to put this on top of it. But I'm probably going to use brad nails or screws to attach that. No, I'm not. I'm going to use CA glue and wood glue again. Show you how easy that is. Let's put a little of our wood glue on here. It don't take much, just a little. We'll put just a little here and just a little here. We're leaving room to be able to put our super glue on there. So put a little here, a little dab there, dab there, dab here, dab here. It will run on you. They make this in all different strengths. They make it a medium. They make it I don't know how to, basically runny and not runny. They make it in all different colors. It's a fantastic product. I can't recommend it enough. Trust me, you need to get it. So we're going to glue this down. Push it down a little bit, let it hold. What do you know? We've got a box. Around all sizes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to trim this up a little bit and round it over just a hair, just to make it a little cleaner. We'll get over to the router and do that. All right, we just got back over the router table, and you noticed, just want to put something a little different on the edge there. Very simple to do. All you got to do is just raise up your router table a little bit, or the depth of your bit, if you're using a palm router, and just cut that profile. Just kind of gives it a little bit something different. We like different. Once again, we're building something different anyway. So that's what we want to do. So next step, what we're going to do is go get the sander. Going to probably take this down to about 180. No need going any further than that. And what I'm using here, it's just skewers. You can get these at any of your dollar stores, Walmart, probably grocery stores, anything that sells kitchen products, because this is going in the kitchen. Ooh, I may have let something slip right there. This is going to go in the kitchen to do certain things with. They're very simple. You kind of see what we're going to. I'm not going to bore you anymore with this. So I'm going to continue to fill this up while you enjoy the high-speed video. All right, we're back. And we got a final reveal here. We have a box full of skewers. Womp womp. That's all we got. What this is a nice little build you can do. It's for your house. It's for your kitchen. It could also be for a gift. So what we've got, and what we've decided to build here, if you didn't already guess by now, it's a knife holder. But you pay attention there. How it all goes in there. You can put some more skewers in there. I ran out of skewers. It holds all size knives. It's clean. It's easy. Look at that. It's just a little knife holder. The best part about all this, any knife will fit in there. Any knife. You just put it in there. And guess what? I lost one knife because I don't have enough skewers in there. I need to put one more package. See, I was a little short. But all you got to do, if it gets dirty, watch this. You just take out all your skewers. That's all you have to do. And you clean it out. So there you have it. You have a nice little 10-minute Etsy build. You can do this. Anybody can do this. All you have to do is go out, find something you like, and build it. It's very simple. And there you have it. You have a very easy, very nice, really a 10-minute build at the most. If you got your stuff laid out. Very, very minimal wood, nothing to it. Minimal tools. Instead of paying 50 bucks, go build one. There's people on Etsy getting $50 to $75 for these things. Now, they're a little bit nicer wood. I saw one guy had one made out of olive wood. It was very, very pretty. This is just plain old spruce. Nothing says it has to be nice. You come in, you can stain this thing. You can come in and poly it like it is, use natural wood. If you got a laser, come in here and engrave a scripture on there or something like that, some little saying, put it on your kitchen counter. You have something you can say, hey, I built this. I built this. Hey, if you like what you saw in this video, like and subscribe and hit that bell button. You'll get a notification every time we upload something. Also, if you'd like to check out some of our other videos, check that out right there. You may like it as well. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you.